how many things there are in this world that I do not want.
You don't have to be very smart to earn money.
You don't need a fancy strategy. You don't need to be picking individual stocks. You don't even need to be a genius. To make a lot of money, you do not have to be the smartest person in the room.
What if it's hard to make $1 million? What if that's not true? And I'm telling you, it's not.
Talk about money. Get really good at it.
You can live a rich life regardless of where you came from. You can live a rich life regardless of your income. Now, of course, having a higher income dramatically helps. But just like fitness, we can all improve where we are.
$1 million, it's a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not that much money.
Remember, the starting point of becoming a millionaire on the outside is for you to become a millionaire on the inside.
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you.
You have to learn how to think the way a millionaire thinks if you want to get the results, especially the financial results that a millionaire gets.
Acting as if you are already the person you aim to become, living the life you dream of living, and embodying the success you strive to achieve.
Billionaires and millionaires and financial leaders in the world that I've interviewed, I know you've interviewed a lot of them, there is a question I would always ask individuals who've made incredible amounts of money, and that keeps helping them create more wealth year after year. And they all say the same thing. Those who have had a sustainably good heart in the process is that you have to have a generous mindset. So the mindset habit is the first thing that you have to think about when creating abundance with your money, but also feeling abundant internally.
Trick your mind into using that naturally ingrained mechanism, but to make you prosper.
Despite not making a lot more money, you want to know those behaviors and those characteristics, and you want to model that person.
The truth is, everybody is born rich. Most people are just a little short of money. Now, all the money in the world is available to us. All we have to do is earn it.
You can live a rich life, and that rich life can be richer and more vibrant and more personal than you ever imagined. If you want to travel, you can travel for longer than you ever thought. You can travel, for me, at nicer hotels. You can spend more time with your children, with your loved ones. Whatever your rich life is, you can do that.
Things you want to understand is first that your beliefs dictate your behaviors.
It's not just about money. It's about the way you think, the habits you form, and the way you see the world.
We all need to be more open about it. It doesn't make you less of a man. You're not supposed to have a lot of money when you're young. Everybody screws up. I've been broke twice. In my 40s, I was broke, and that was really, I was too ashamed to admit that to anybody else. It was like, well, you're supposed to be smart and great at what you do, right?
You know, one thing you need to know is that most rich business people think and do the same things. And most people who are successful in anything think and do it the same way pretty well.
I convinced myself without a shadow of a doubt that I was, and $1 million came to me in 7 months. Just like this, from a registered nurse making $37 an hour to $1 million coming into my life in 7 months, because I accepted and held a vibration, a belief in myself until it came into the physical 3D world.
We all struggle with thinking about money, talking about money, monitoring our money, growing our money.
If you want to be good at money, put down the facade and start talking to people about their investments, how much money they make, what they do with their money, how they save money, what they do to try and limit their spending. I talk about stoicism. See if you can find a practice where you get reward or a dopa hit from exercise or relationships.
You just need to remember a few key things. Start as early as possible. Okay, and if you're not 16 years old, if you're 30, 40, even 45, okay, start now. Second, invest aggressively every single month. That's critical. Third, keep your costs low.
But now today, just everybody, including myself, their comparison group is the most sophisticated algorithm on Instagram or TikTok. And so no matter how well you're doing, no matter how great your house is, no matter how much money you're making, you turn on Instagram 100 times a day like everybody else, you open it up, and there is somebody out there who looks better, happier, more successful, more beautiful than you are.
We've got to understand it's not a lot. First of all, nothing's big and nothing's small. Everything just is. We make it big or small. See, a lot of people think a million's a lot. A million's not very much at all. I mean, you can go through a million like that.
You might have felt that you have skills, you have talents, you have abilities, but you don't know how to monetize them.
I think we absolutely need to, one, have more financial literacy. I think we should have a class called Adulting in your senior year of high school that says, my kid can do derivatives, but I just figured out he doesn't understand the interest rate on his credit card. So young people need a certain level of financial literacy. Also, I encourage them to talk about money with their friends.
That's all I want you to do when you look at your dream. Just say to yourself every day, it's possible.
And start to be what you say to yourself every single day.
Whenever you think about your work, repeat the words over and over again. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Combine these positive words with a mental image of yourself performing your task, your work, in an excellent way.
But the classic overachiever mindset is, well, everything needs to be growing at all times.
Have you ever wondered why really brilliant people are struggling all the way from the cradle to the casket? You think they're so smart. Why aren't they rich? If they're so bright, why are they working so hard for so little, for so long?
Next thing I want to talk about is the how then, because this is where a lot of people will get caught up. So you're holding that vibration. You're a millionaire. You've decided this is the vibration you're going to be. This is the identity. And you're going to think like it. You're going to feel like it. You're going to show up like it. You're going to walk in those millionaire shoes every day. And then your mind goes, but how? I have no idea how. Somebody tell me how. Somebody show me the way. Show me the paths. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try that. I'm going to take this course. I'm going to research this. Here. And then you become like a squirrel trying 7 million different things. And nothing is working. And the evidence isn't there. You're too caught up in the how. You're trying to control it. You're trying to shape it. You're trying to make it happen. You're trying to find the person that is going to give you the 3-step process to become a millionaire. But what you're doing in those moments when you're so fixated on the how is you're trying to take on a responsibility that isn't yours.
You see, success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become.
That's going to get you rich is literally something that doesn't provide money handing you money. Like, you have to provide value to get rich. It's never going to get disproportionately shifted to you.
If you believe that money is bad, or people who make a lot of money are bad and take advantage of others, and therefore me having lack right now means I'm a good person and I don't want to become a bad person, then that belief is going to dictate your behaviors, and you're going to stay in lack. You're going to stay in scarcity, and you're going to see opportunities that only give you just enough, as opposed to opportunities that could create incredible wealth for yourself financially, but also an emotional wealth that you've never had before.
Take eight big risks in life, sin once, miss the mark once, but get 7, achieve 7 out of 8. Or take 100 risks and achieve 8 of them.
How to stay poor. Oh, this is a good one. Prioritize looking rich over being rich. It's one of my favorites.
Buy the Gucci bags, buy the fancy cars, and just go into debt.
Spend the small amount of excess money you have on looking wealthy rather than increasing your earning capacity.
Biggest shift that will create abundance in your life is a mindset habit in unlocking wealth for yourself. And one of the big lies, or one of the big blocks that holds people back from financial opportunity is that I cannot be generous with my time, my wisdom, my knowledge, or my secrets to others, because if I am, they will take it and run with it, and I will be left with nothing.
And what are the qualities of that person that you could embody? That's the key, right? Because it's not about wealth. It's who you become, right? Because people think it's about their wealth, but it's the becoming process. It's the overcoming.
That attracted that, right?
Of course.
And way around 1900, William James said, believe, and your belief will create the fact. It's got to be believed. You've got to believe it. And if there's no belief, it ain't going to happen. See, when you believe it, you're encased in the idea. You fuse with the idea. And that makes all kinds of things happen.
I genuinely believe the first principle that made me successful is really looking at poverty as a sickness and having this deep desire to make a change for myself. Like, it used to bother me so much that I was poor that I would literally lose sleep over it. I would just dream day in and day out about the day that I was able to make $1 million so I could help my mom, so that I could live the life of my dreams, so that I could help everyone else around me succeed. This is the only thing that I cared about in my life. And I hate to be the guy to tell you this, but if you don't have this same level of intensity in your life, you ain't never gonna be rich.
Instead of targeting tomorrow, start today. Instead of reading books and doing nothing, read the books and then take immediate action. Instead of taking advice from poor people on how to get rich, take advice from rich people on how to get rich.
And no one's coming.
Nobody's coming to save you.
Nope, no one's coming to pay these bills. But I'll be damned. There's so many people that are way less smart than I am that have figured this out. If these other people can do it, then I can figure this out too.
I made $1 million, in stocks today. I'm like, $1 million in one day? So I'm like, okay, well, maybe making $100,000 in one day is not that hard because you're talking about $1 million. So my small little goals are not as crazy as yours.
Right. Not what you know, it's who you know. And in order to make money, you need money. I was screwed. I was 23 years old, starting with nothing. If you don't know anybody, you got to become the person other people want to know.
When I was 35 years old, no one knew that I was a millionaire. Nothing had changed. I was still running with shit shoes, buying $40 shoes and working a shirt out as long as I could. And like, nobody saw, I didn't have fancy cars. I'm driving a Camry with $1 million in the bank.
And I learned a lot of them from failing. I learned them from my failures, and I learned them from my successes, but more from my failures, by the way, than my successes. That's how you learn and you grow, and of course...
Also depends what you define as success. If the end goal is happiness, then why not cut to the chase and just go straight for it?
Success is really nothing more than the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. This means that any person who knows what he's doing and where he's going is a success. Any person with a goal toward which he's working is a successful person.
The goal is what I'll call wealth. The goal isn't to be rich. Rich is the things you see. Wealth is what you don't see. And your pursuit should be wealth or economic security. And this is what wealth is. Wealth is having passive income that's greater than your burn.
Two things get people typically to make a decision around money or life in general. It's pain, or it's clarity around what's most important to you. Now, some people have to go through a lot of pain to get clarity. That's the hard way. The hard way is someone smacks you over the butt with a 2x4, and you're just like, I can't do this anymore.
Believe it. There's no quitting. You never quit. It doesn't matter what happens. You don't quit. Quitting is never an option.
Putting a value on money above everything else. Like, how do you make more? That question you ask yourself, how do you make more? Versus how do I give more value to people? Because the bottom line is business, and making money the right way is simply about knowing how to monetize value. If you have something valuable that helps people, you can get rich. And the more people you help, the richer you're going to get if you know the rules of business.
Because all the people around you, especially if you're poor, probably are also poor, and you should value their opinions, who don't like the stuff that you're doing that makes them feel bad about themselves. Because when you start working, you stop not drinking, you start going to exercise, start eating healthier, you start listening to podcasts, you start watching YouTube videos. They walk in and, hey, why don't you watch Netflix? It's like, all right, I want to watch this right now. Oh, come on, more of that motivation stuff. Like, yeah, just get people like that in your corner, and they will just beat you down.
So on one side, you have the inner world, which represents all the things that happen up here between your ears before you ever go out into the world and take action. It's your mindset for success.
Would you believe me if I told you that becoming a millionaire is far easier than it appears, if only you first train your mind to think like one? What if I say that most people fail not because they lack opportunity, but because they have not yet developed the inner blueprint required to receive and retain wealth?
We are naturally programmed to look out for threats. And so it's so much easier for us to find problems in things than it is, like, why is it so much harder to be grateful than it is to find problems? Sure. It's so easy to find problems.
Your attention needs to be on this. This is the target. It's not the watch, it's not the car, and it's not the vacation. It's freedom. 67% of wealthy people surveyed said they weren't going for wealth, for cars and boats and trips. They were going for the freedom of worry, to not be concerned about money every day.
What's my number one circle I want to be a part of? Then I would go all the way down to number 10. I would research, I would look at guys that I like, guys' life that I admire, the way they carry themselves, the way they handle themselves. So this circle, I would say, those guys are really close to each other. I like the way they are. Boom, that's one circle, boom.
And the mindset of a millionaire is not reserved for the wealthy. It's a way of life that anyone can cultivate. It's about expanding your vision, breaking through mental barriers, and developing disciplines that lead to extraordinary results. But where does it begin? It begins with understanding that your mind is the most powerful tool you have. What you feed it, what you focus on, and how you train it will determine your level of success.
Success leaves tracks. So if you just follow the tracks of other successful people, no matter where you're starting from, you eventually get to the same place that they get.
Rule of money, I had cash. If I don't have cash like that, I can't double my money that quickly. So we just talked about three of them. Money's a game. You need cash because opportunity is going to come up, and it's a doubles game. So if I put
doubles
it down,
game.
It's a doubles game. Everything about money is a doubles game.
What's that mean?
The doubles game to me is I pay you $1,000. Can we double it in 6 months? No. How long? In 12 months? Okay, no problem. I'll do a double in a year. Here's $1,000. I get a double back.
What I find is that the people who are really good at something, they're actually good at a lot of things. They take those skills and they transfer them.
Resourcefulness, not resources. And so if you have energy, you use the resource you have, you use what you've got to trade, to develop experience, to develop proof that you can get good at a skill. And you only get good at a skill by not being good at a skill and repeating it and then failing at each time and then making incremental improvements, which take many, many repetitions until you actually get good.
Something you can do to make your life better. And the only thing it's going to cost you is money. And you say no because of the price. You are saying no to opportunities in the future that are so bright. If you had access to them, you'd have to sleep with sunglasses on.
The moment you disconnect from the emotion of your future because of traffic or some coworker or your ex or whatever people come up with, now you're back to the energy of your past. And now you're going to start looking for it, analyzing why hasn't it happened? Well, if you're feeling the emotion of your future, why would you look for it? Because you would feel like it already happened, and that is the place where the magic happens.
There's not a single book on Amazon you can go find right now on business planning that is simple, that a billionaire can read, a brand new person can read, a politician can read, a military person can read, and they can put a plan together. You will literally see this today. There's not a single business planning book on Amazon. So
no personal vision of a rich life. So if I ask them, what is your rich life? They go, I want to do what I want when I want. I want the house and I want the car. And I go, okay, what type of car? Like a Ferrari. Oh, okay, like how come a Ferrari? Oh, it's just cool, like a red Ferrari. Like no personal connection to it. If they were to say, I want a Ferrari because, my uncle once had a Ferrari and I saw the race in Italy and blah, blah, blah. I go, wow. But if it's just things, objects.
And I'll never forget, I went to this conference and I walked in there and I was dressed to the nines and I felt so confident and I was so kind and caring to everybody. I introduced myself. I sat at the front of the room, didn't sit at the back of the room. I sat at the front of the room. I introduced myself to people. It was uncomfortable. And I remember this one girl sat next to me and she goes, when did you become an elite leader? And I just looked at her like, this worked. This really worked. Like you literally are feeling the vibration of who I think I am.
Does being happy make you less successful? That is a conventional wisdom. That may even be the practical earned experience of your reality. You find that when you're happy, you don't want anything, so you don't get up and do anything. On the other hand, you still got to do something. You're an animal. You're here to survive. You're here to replicate. You're driven. You're motivated. You're going to do something. You're not just going to sit there all day. Unlikely. Some people do. Maybe it's in their nature. But I think most people still want to act. They want to live in the arena.
You can make a decision. You can get off that road and start going down a completely different road. And you know what? Yeah, there'll be some pain. There'll be some lack in your life. And you know what? That's what will drive you to greatness. It starts by having the vision for the future, to really see your life better than it is right now. And that was my secret. And that is going to be your secret too. When you find that why, once you have that power, then you will definitely achieve your vision. No matter what. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. Promise you.
We must certainly carve out our own worlds in this life, and the shape and size of them will be determined in large part by the balance we achieve between tension-relieving and goal-achieving acts. Thank you.
We're living at the very best time in all of human history. More people are going to make more money in the next few years than have ever been made in all of human history. More people are going to become millionaires and are becoming millionaires today at a faster rate than we've ever thought possible. And no one is better than you, and no one is smarter than you. And if you do what other self-made millionaires do, then nothing in the world can stop you from eventually getting the same results as other self-made millionaires. And I hope you do.
Watch this video often. Share it with your friends.